Hello, this is Mark Kern. I'm the art program manager here with Select Sires, and we're going to talk to you today a little bit about the art program.
And I'm Rebecca Mast. I'm the genetic director at Worldwide Sires.
Hello, everyone. I'm Chuck Sattler, Vice President of Genetic Programs at Select Sires.
Konnichiwa, Jeff Sigler, Vice President of Sire Acquisition here at Select as well.
And we just want to welcome everyone to our session today. We're going to be sharing with you some of what we do with the art program and its importance to our sire development. And Mark is going to be our first presenter today.
The art program actually stands for Aggressive Reproductive Technologies. It was started in 2009. And a large part of one of the main goals and the reason it was started is to ensure diversity in the Select Sires bull lineup. It's also one of our goals to create bulls for all the markets around the world in the many different environments, as Select Sires, of course, and Worldwide Sires is a genetic provider to dairymen and dairy farms in many different parts of the globe in many different environments. About 40% of the Select Sires bull lineups will be from the art program. And also owning females allows us to, for control, to develop a long-term breeding program and breeding strategies. I think that's very important to keep in mind. Of course, we will purchase the elite females all the time to add to the strength of our program. That's a very important part. And it involves about 200 donors per year, with 40 to 50 different service sires. As you can see, that it does certainly help to achieve diversity in the program. And it resulted in 2020, this last year, of over 10,000 embryos transferred, and we're on pace to exceed that again as well in 2021. And again, just want to emphasize, we make matings for all our different markets around the globe. Some of the influential cow families in the art program, many of the great bulls at Select Sires, bulls like Jedi, trace back to a shottle that we purchased as a young calf, is Shot Mindy. That is actually the Oman Mir cow family. And this is the most recent branch of the Oman Mir cow family that it certainly has a great influence in our art program. 3192 is a daughter of outsiders into her second lactation now, making a large record, high milk production, very good components, scored VG88 as the second lactation cow. She is the mother of the solution son, Lon, a very nice, well-selling bull. But this branch of the cow family, we have many elite males, many elite females that are going to have a strong influence in art program in the Worldwide Sires markets for years to come. Another one of the very influential cow families that is certainly having a great effect in the program is the Malari Mogul Freck. She is the third dam of the good-selling Isaku-san, 7H15151, fantastic. And many other sons, the Renegade sons, Forbes, Fillmore, and Ford, good sellers for Worldwide Sires. The Cascade son, Orlando, and the Husky son, Floyd. We also have many elite females in this cow family as well. You'll be seeing a lot more from this cow family in the future. And some of the developing cow families, this is certainly one of my favorite young cows to work with in the art program over the last 2 years. This is Frazzled's best daughter, a full sister to Legacy. She calved in a second time recently, scored excellent 90 points, 92 points in the mammary. She has 13 sons or grandsons in the program, and some of her very highest young bulls at Select Sires are from this cow family. Again, numerous granddaughters, and some of the very highest ranking females in the world are granddaughters of this cow, 7613. Very exciting young cow that, again, you'll see much more to come from. Many sons will be available over the next year from this cow. Another developing cow family, another one of my favorite young cows in the art program over the last 2 years was Seagull Bay Alexandra, a cow that's calved again now the second time. She will be an excellent cow at some point. A beautiful uddered young cow, good balance of width and strength. She is the mother of one of my favorite bulls produced in the select sires in the last 2 years, the Isaku-san Payload. A nice selling a young bull apparently around the globe for select sires. There are 12 sons or grandsons in our program from Alexandria. Again, many elite daughters and granddaughters also from this cow. Very beautiful young cow. Exemplifies the type of young cow that we like to work with in the sire department at Select Sires. And certainly, if you look back at some of the great successes in the art program, it certainly starts with Mogul. Mogul, of course, needs no introduction. He is one of the most influential sires in the history of the Holstein breed, siring many great uddered young cows around the globe. Mountfield SSI Dorsey Mogul, one of the greatest bulls that Select Sires has ever had the privilege of selling semen on. Another bull that we think has certainly so far been a great success, and a bull that we're very excited about is Renegade. In 2019, he was named the Outcross Sire of the Year by Holstein International. We have 51 sons of Renegade at Select Sires, and his daughters have been calving in the last year all around North America, and they're some of the most exciting and tremendous young cows that I've seen recently in North America here. They're cows that have great combination of high production with good conformation. We'll look for Renegade to have many daughters on his milking proof here in August when proofs are updated. And one of the young successes that we're going to call a success so far, certainly, is Game Day. This bull is a young calf, stood right at the top of the genomic rankings for young males for quite a long time. And now over the last 2 to 3 months, Game Day sons and Game Day daughters are getting genomic evaluations. And if you look at these young genomic ranking lists, they're starting to be dominated by Game Day offspring. And that's exciting to us as well. Game Day recently available now through the Next Gen program is a bull that we look forward to having a strong influence. We'll have a number of sons into the program from this bull as well. And for successes on the female side, if you look at the top 200 TPI female list, the most recent lists that have come out, 14% of those daughters were either created or owned by the Art program. I think this positions us very well to create some more successes for worldwide sires markets around the world.
Thanks, Mark. It's definitely exciting to be seeing what our past has been with some of the bulls that have come through, and then also to look at the future. And as Mark said, focusing on what we need internationally has really been a critical part of the Art program. And one of the things that we look at and that we at Worldwide Sires really appreciate is the sire department's attention to how bulls rank on the international indexes. And so we at Worldwide Sires and Select Sires are looking at multiple indexes, not just at the US rankings, but how do these bulls rank in other countries as well. And on this slide, you can see a list of the 7 countries that we are regularly looking at the local indexes and how the bulls rank for those indexes. And in the Art program, or developed by the Art program, what we can see right now is that for the Australia BPI ranking, there's 1 in the top 10 that has been developed through the Art program. We also have 5 of the top 10 that have been developed from the Art program rank in the high LPI level. We've got 3 that rank high for RZG, which is the German ranking, 4 for PFT, and really interesting, I think, is great to see that 6 of the top 10 NTP females are from the Art program. We also see 5 of the top 10 developed by Art that rank high for Switzerland, and 3 of the top 10 for PLI, which is the UK ranking. So again, it's just really important that we can recognize that this program is so helpful for providing bulls not only that are high ranking in the US systems, but in all of these different local indexes as well, so that we can be competitive in all these different markets. And as we look ahead, these are bulls that are going to be available in the future, but bulls from the ART program have also been top sellers. And on the next slide, what we can see is a group of top selling worldwide sires bulls for the past 18 months. And the 5 bulls on this slide were all developed through the ART program, and each of them have been in the top 20 for either number of doses or number of dollars sold. And these are all well-known names: Rocket Fire, Renegade, Mogul. Renegade and Mogul were 2 bulls that Mark just spoke about, but also the very well-recognized Duke and Phantom. And without these bulls in our lineup, we would really be missing some great sales opportunities. So internationally, we appreciate all that ART has added for us for the past, and we're looking forward to the future and the diversity that it brings to our total lineup.
The one thing you learn from international travel is that dairy farming in other countries isn't much different than dairy farming here in North America. And one of the real valuable parts of the ART program is that it allows us the opportunity to choose our own selection goal. So as Rebecca noted, one of the things we do is use our international experience and international demand to target some of our selections. And with the ART program, we're not tied to any industry program or any national ranking lists, so we're free to go in the direction we want to go. So in 2009, when the program started, we had a lot of focus on the Feed Pro index, and it allowed us to anticipate some of the changes coming in the industry, incorporated some more aggressive selection for reduced body size, and maintaining some of those health and fertility traits at the same time. And it maybe took a little longer than we thought, but now in 2021, the new feed saved and feed efficiency values are included in net merit and TPI, and it allowed us to anticipate some of those changes. In 2018, we kind of evolved a little more and kind of moved more of our focus to selecting for DWP dollars. And again, I think that was in good anticipation of the tighter selection on heifers being raised and the more beef bulls used in our dairy herds, causing our cows to need to survive in the herds longer. So I think our anticipation of selecting more heavily on the health and fitness traits, I think, again, anticipated the market changes very well. Now in 2021, more of our focus is being shifted to an in-house index, and we're really trying to focus on the big things, make sure we get the big things right. So it puts a lot of weight on component production, fat and protein production, and then tries to focus in on the main reasons why cows leave herds today. So a lot of emphasis on fertility, which isn't much different than our national indexes, but what is different is that we're emphasizing strongly traits like mastitis, lameness, and calf health, which we believe will play bigger roles as we move forward, as the bulls we're making today in the ART program become marketable bulls 3, 4, 5 years down the road. So the ART program has been a really nice tool to allow us to use our internal knowledge to anticipate the future market trends and do some of our own thing.
All speakers have shown the results of what we have been doing, and it's always good to look back in time, and it's been a decade now, more than a decade actually, to see if our initial plans, our initial launch ideals really came to fruition. Move to the next slide, Mark. So in fulfilling the ART program's goals, we had several goals, and those goals were established by our board of directors back in 2009, one of which was fulfilling minimizing generation interval. In other words, using young bulls as sire fathers, which we've grown to appreciate with the genomic tool today and the success that it provides we do so in confidence. We try to create unique matings not typically found in seed stock herds. The ART program is to broaden our portfolio, not to duplicate what we can get from good breeder herds that you've seen in the past. So what can we do that's different? We also believe that there's some line mating opportunities that can be captured with the ART program that, not all breeders might want to do. So you're going to see some pedigrees that have common names, top and bottom in pedigree, but you have extreme genomic rank. In other words, the best genes did come into one individual animal without all the other detriments that inbreeding can offer. We generate matings that fulfill internal indexes. Chuck talked about those already, and we continue to try to shoot ahead of the runner, not utilize what the national population is using, but what is it that's needed next? And ART helps us get that job done. We have to be successful in competing nationally with the main indexes, because these bulls need to have value to us right away as soon as they make semen. So net merit, DWP, TPI, HHP are all part of our needs and desires with these matings from day one. And then we try to design other high-ranking sires for specialty markets. There's lots of markets around the globe, as Rebecca knows better than any of the three of us, is that we have to find ways to get into grazing markets and pole markets and A2 markets and many, many other markets that want something specific for their market, because a bull that might sell well in Ireland might not sell quite as well in Italy. Both high protein bulls, but there's other things that they look for. So we have to have that knowledge in hand. And then at the end, we have to provide high-ranking owned bulls for market competition. We realize some of our highest bulls from our competitors have a little higher value as far as the price is concerned, that needs to be passed on to as well. But if we can blend it with some bulls that we own, we can keep the prices at bay and be competitive as a market competitor. So these were all established early on and all have been fulfilled in different ways as times went along. But the four of us job is to look ahead and the future of the ART program. What's the future look like? During one of my last trips to Japan, I saw some pretty cute future kids in the audience that I had to throw a picture on the screen about. But we never need to lose sight of new market opportunities. Worldwide Sires has had a tremendous career to date, but that doesn't mean we rest on where we are. We want to branch out into other options that we can afford to make an effort in, and ART allows us to do that and do it quickly. We need to expand our cooperator herd via embryo sales. In other words, where can more females be found, and can we help get females into these herds by strategically placing embryos in herds that then we can access the female results to bring them back in as bull dams as time goes along. It's critical to our success in the future as well. We are adding emphasis on additional health traits. Chuck mentioned that already, to further enhance our precision breeding direction. Cows leaving herds are something we want to do our very best genetically to control. And anything we can do with the traits we have and internal developments we can coordinate are to the benefit and incorporate those into ART. Diversifying pedigrees, I can't say this enough. It's a must, it's a need, it's a desire for all of us. We do the best we can with ART to make sure we do diversify this, and that's why when Mark said 50 to 60 sire fathers in a year, you probably think that's too many. But in our mind, that maybe not be enough. We need to diversify our portfolio the best we can and expand our female portfolio as well, and which is why we have an open system in buying females to incorporate back in as bull dams for our future as well, a critical part. And then the last thing is to use the newest science to create success faster and cheaper. Science changes really quickly. Dairymen, as a general rule, maybe are not as apt to take the gamble that AI has to be ahead of the rest of the industry. And ART allows us to do that. So as new sciences come to us, we can incorporate that into our objectives of ART and get the job done. So I guess in closing is that we think the ART program has had a great future. It's had a bright past and even a brighter future. We continue to listen to the market needs and wants and desires, and incorporate those in as quickly as we can and develop sires and get you high quality semen to get the job done for your customers. So my only other comment I'll end with is that I always enjoy my visits with all the Japanese delegation and friends that I've made over the years. We always end with a kanpai, and we'll use it as a milk toast today. So thank you for listening, and hope you've enjoyed some of the information we've shared on art, and there's much more benefit and success yet to come.